onda, mi gente? I'm Lisette.
And I'm Candice.
And this is Lifestyle Latina. Hola, hola. Welcome back to Lifestyle Latina.
Welcome back to Boys Part
Yes. Muchachos, muchachos, y Candice. Okay, so if you missed last week's episode, make sure you check it out. But a quick recap, we've kind of been talking about basically why Candice is single, like WTF. But also, we were talking about her best date of all time. You guys, pretty damn amazing. If you didn't hear it, go check it out, okay? So now we're on to what I'm like seriously at the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
Tell us about your worst date.
You've never heard this story before, have you?
I don't know
I don't
because
think I've told you.
we've been knowing each other forever, so I'm like literally dying. I couldn't sleep for a week. Okay, tell us what the heck happened.
Okay, so this guy, this date was back when I had just graduated from undergrad in college from UW.
Okay.
And we had like a bunch of mutual friends from UW, and we saw each other at a graduation and like reconnected, and he asked for my number, and I was like, yeah, you know, he's cool, he's nice, I know of him, but I didn't really know him.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Give it a shot. So we were texting a little bit, and he's like, let's go out for dinner, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'm down. So I let him choose the spot, and I wasn't, like, at this point, I had been in Seattle for 2 years, which seems like a lot, but I really didn't get out much because I was in school, and I was, like, a poor college student, so I was, like, mostly just staying around the U District. I really didn't branch out.
Yeah.
So this restaurant, I don't even, like, thinking about it now, I don't even remember where it was. I think it was either somewhere downtown or on Capitol Hill or somewhere random.
So you don't really remember where it was?
Yeah, I don't remember the restaurant, but I remember it was just, like, this Mexican, like, grill type place.
Oh, okay.
So he gives me a time, so I'm there. I get there. And he's not there.
Oh, time out. He didn't pick you up though.
He did not pick me up.
Okay.
We were gonna meet at the place.
Okay. It's an interesting start to the date.
So I get there, he doesn't show, and I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna get stood up? So I like shoot him a text. I'm like, hey, I'm here. He's like, I'm so sorry, the bus is running late. I'll be there soon.
Oh, so now we know why he didn't pick you up. Okay,
public transportation, which is fine. Like, it's really common in Seattle is to use public transportation. So I wasn't like super, except, you know, but it was like a half hour later and he still wasn't there. And I was kind of like, dang, dude, like for real? Like you couldn't plan this better? But whatever. I was like, it's fine. It's public transportation. I understand. Okay. So he finally gets there. We're talking. I'm starving. You know, I can eat. So I'm like, I'm starving.
Oh my god. I'm surprised she didn't order an appetizer.
Yeah, I probably should have.
Oh my god.
So, you know, it's just small chat, chit chat, whatever. So we're like, oh, you know, let's eat.
Yeah.
And I had been looking at the menu for a half hour, so I knew exactly what I wanted.
Oh my god, you were hangry.
I was hangry.
Oh no.
Tenía un hambre. Sabía. So I'm like, so the waiter comes. I choose what I want. He's like, oh, hold on. I have a coupon for this place. And I'm like, oh, okay. So maybe it's like a Groupon or like a Living Social thing.
Sure.
Which is fine. But that means that we had to order from a limited menu. Okay? So to change my order. Well, now I'm like, I don't know what I want now. So I go to this other menu that's like limited. And when I say limited, it's like instead of 4 tacos, they give you 1.
Oh, shit.
So I'm like, okay. So I order, you know, something that I didn't want, but I was like, whatever, it looks good. So I got it. So we continue the conversation. At that time, I was interning with the Mariners. And so that quickly became part of the conversation. He was asking me about that.
Okay. And
that's fine. You know, I didn't really have a problem with that conversation up until he asked me for tickets.
Oh my god.
You guys.
Oh my god. Wait, did he flat out just say, hey, can you hook it up with some tickets? Or was he like, do you ever take people with you?
No. He was like, dude, so like hook it up with tickets. And I was like,
oh no.
Like, if you're my friend, like, I hook you up with tickets. I like getting tickets for my family. Like, that's not a big deal for me. But it's like, dude, I don't really Nope.
Are you taking me on a date, or are you here to use me and to ask me for favors? Okay,
and that's the hard thing about working in professional sports. Is it's like, do people want to be my friend because they really like me, or are they just trying to use me for what I'm good for? Like,
okay, so finish
the hookups and stuff.
Finish telling us what happened next.
So that really, like, at this point, I'm like, damn, dude, for real?
Dang,
like, that's
you're late.
You're late. Limited menu. You asked me for tickets.
Damn.
I'm like, damn, okay. Like, in my mind, so I told him, I was like, look, I'm an intern. Like, I really don't get tickets. And if I ever do, they're like 300 level. They're not ones that are like right on the first baseline. Like, you can touch Felix Hernandez. You can give him a high five. He's going to throw you a ball. It's not like that. Like, dang, I don't got those kind of hiccups. So then we continue, and I try to, like, defer the conversation to something else because I'm like, I do not want to talk about this.
Yeah,
like,
I don't blame you.
This is awful. The bill comes. I offered to pay.
Okay.
Okay? And he didn't stop me. So I paid for my half of the dinner. Okay?
Okay.
Now, I'm sure you want to ask, Candice, if you didn't want to pay, why did you offer?
There you go. I don't even have to talk.
Okay? I get that.
Yeah.
But for me, this is like, I don't want to say it's like the test. But it's like, okay,
is the test.
Let's see what this guy, let's see if he, because it's going to tell you a lot about who the guy is. Let's be really honest, you guys. If he lets the woman pay on the first date, like, it's a totally different story if we've been dating for a couple months. Or this is like the 5th or 6th date. And I'm like, you know what, let me take this one. Because you've already paid for the first 4 dates. Or the first 10, whatever. I'm an independent woman. Every once in a while, I want to pay too. That's fine. But the first date?
Well, I'll tell you what, girl. You don't ask for something that you don't want to do. First of all, I think, because guys take things really literally. If you tell a guy, here, let me do this, they genuinely they think that you really mean it. Guys don't think like we do. They don't really truly read between the lines. And especially because the two of you didn't know each other, he probably thought you were cool with it. Maybe he doesn't have a job. Did he have a job?
Yeah, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he didn't have a job. Maybe he just paid off a student loan. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Look.
You know what I mean? Okay. So how did you wrap it up, though? I'm dying to know. So, how did you guys wrap it up?
So we wrap it up. I pay my half, whatever. Mind you, it wouldn't have been such a big deal if I didn't have to order from the limited menu. I didn't even get to order when I wanted, so I had to pay for something I didn't even want. Chihuahuas.
Híjole, amiga.
So, like, I'm still mad about it, like, 10 years later. So, anyway, so it's like, I don't know how late it was. I think it was, like, probably, like, 9-ish, almost 10. So, he asked me for a ride home because he took the bus. Now I'm like,
coffee came out of my nose.
I had to pay for parking, okay? Like, in Seattle, you have to pay for parking almost everywhere. I had to pay for parking. So now you've made me pay for my own meal. I paid for parking. You took public transportation, which you're a student, or you just graduated, so your ride was free. And now I have to spend my gas money to take you home because your bus wasn't going to get there for 20 minutes or something. I'm like, dang, is that my fault? What? Fine. So, so it's dark. I don't really know the streets of Seattle very well. So he's like giving me directions. I don't know where I'm at. Thank God that at that time I had a phone that had GPS because I would have been lost. Actually, did I have GPS? I don't really remember. Anyway, so I dropped him off, and literally by that point, I was like, just bye. Like, I don't even, like, bye. So he was like, yeah, so cool. Like, let's hang out again. And I was like, yeah, we'll be in touch.
Okay.
Good night.
All right. So
that ends. Never talk to him again.
Yeah, I don't. Okay.
And he texted me a few times, and I just didn't respond because I was just like, no, dude. Like, it was not enjoyable. From start to finish, it wasn't enjoyable. I did not have a good time. And you know what? Every once in a while, I still run into him, which is super awkward because I'm like, dang, does he remember? Does he remember this awkward date? I don't know.
Okay, so actually, I thought I was like going to totally disagree with what Candice was saying. But surprisingly, Candice, I agree. No, I agree with what you're saying. Like, it's not cool that he was late. It's not cool that he, made you pay from a stupid limited menu that you didn't want to choose from, or, that he made you give him a ride. But why did you do any of those things? And that's what really makes me mad about women, single women, is when they no se pongan los pantalones y dicen, ¿sabes qué? Hell no. Like, you didn't treat me the way I like to be treated, so I'm not going to give you a ride. I'm not going to sit around and wait for 30, 45 minutes. Why'd you wait?
Because he told me he was on his way.
But he was like 30 to 45 minutes late.
But I didn't know how late he was going to be. He just said, I'm on the bus, I'm coming. So I didn't know how long that was going to be.
Okay, so...
I mean, I think, you know, at that time, I'm still young, and I'm still kind of learning the game, whatever that means.
Yeah.
So I think if that happens now, it would have been a totally different outcome.
Okay.
I wouldn't have offered to pay. Well, maybe I still, I don't know if I would offer to pay. Maybe I still will. But I wouldn't have waited there for very long.
But Candice, why is it such a big deal for you to pay? Why is it a big deal?
It's just natural for me to offer. I don't know. I think it's more of like an independent thing.
But you don't want to pay. You don't want them to let you pay. So why are you telling them, I'm willing to pay? Do you want me to pay? Like, you want them to think you're cool for offering, but you don't want it. But you're really not cool with it.
On the first date, no.
Okay, but tell me why. Is it just
on like the fifth date? Yeah, I'll pay.
Is it something that you just like grew up with? You know, just thinking like it's a man's responsibility to take care of for a woman.
Yes. If my dad knew, sorry, Dad, if you're watching, if my dad knew that I paid for the first date, he'd be so upset.
You don't think that's like a little judgmental though?
No.
Why though? Why do you think that it's perfectly okay for you to sit there and come down on someone?
I'm not coming down
on
them.
You are?
No, I'm not.
You guys, let us know if you think she's coming down
I'm not
on someone.
coming, but don't misunderstand me. I'm saying I'm okay with paying, just not on the first date. Just not on the first date. So don't make me do it.
So that's a turnoff for Candice.
Yeah, it's a turnoff. Yes.
So another thing that's a turnoff is obviously being late. I think we can all agree with that, definitely. The whole like busting out the Groupon thing, I think it was appropriate for the situation. You guys were still young. You were still in college. I think that if that were to happen to some of you now, coming out of college or still in college, if a guy does that, I don't think it's that big of a deal because you guys are young. You know what? My first date with my husband now of 6 years, he took me to happy hour. And I didn't order from the happy hour menu. And you could tell his face was like... You know what I mean? He worked at the rec center for, you know, while he was a student. It was a part of the work study. You don't make a lot of money, so you know what I'm saying. So I think you're a little harsh.
I think for this particular, I think it was all of those things that happened within one date. Like if all of those things happened on different dates, maybe not so big of a deal.
You wouldn't have given him a chance because he made you pay on the first date.
No, but I don't even think it was necessarily that. It was that and the tickets.
Yeah.
And the I need you to take me home. Okay. It was like, dang, dude. Like, he was
So
really
what
nice
is Candice looking for? What is Candice Garza on Lifestyle Latina looking for in a man? What would sweep you off your feet? What do you think women out there might be looking for?
Well, here's what I'd say. I don't want to generalize. Like, I want to say I know what I want.
Okay.
I know that I want a guy that I can just have a good time with. Like, let's have fun. Make me laugh. Sing me songs. Like, let's write raps. Like,
that's kind of fun. Get it silly.
Yeah, just have fun. Like, I want somebody that I can just have fun with and just not, you know, we can be serious in the serious moments, but we also know how to have fun.
Yeah.
And just, you know, not be serious and just have a good time and just enjoy each other's company.
Okay.
There definitely needs to be an attraction there. I don't think if you're not attracted to your partner, well, tenés problemas. Yeah. So I need to feel that attraction.
Porque a lo mejor vas a mirar a otra persona.
Yeah, it's true. For me, the most important thing is a man that has faith.
Okay.
I need a faithful man because I'm very strong in my faith, and I think those two things, you know, need to match.
Okay.
And I just want someone that has goals and that has dreams. I want somebody that wants to travel because I love traveling and I just want to travel the world. And I just want this person to be my best friend, and I want to go on an adventure. I want life to be an adventure, and I want to do that with my best friend.
Well, there you have it, folks. That is exactly what we're looking for.
Is that so hard to find?
So if you have all of the qualities, comment below. I will reach out to you, and I will set it up. No, you know what, sister? I hear you. You know, as far as, like, I think a lot of the times, you know, I know we probably came across like, oh, my God, men can't do anything right. That's not true. You can. It's just that sometimes first impressions really are so important. And based on what you said today, I think that that's what I gathered, is that if you don't really, you know, have a really great first impression, it's hard to move forward from that.
Yeah.
You know, you were late. You made me do this. You made me pay for something I didn't even want. You made me give you a ride home after I had to wait for you. Those are not fun. That's not a great first impression. I don't want to give it another try. Do you think it would have been different if you would have? Do you ever wonder?
No.
Do you guys think she should have given him a second chance? Like, maybe he was having an off day. Damn.
But no, but you know what? Like, and if you're single, you know this. I hope you know this. If it's not there, don't force it.
Oh,
and I think that's really important for us single ladies because you can it's really easy to fall into that. Because I really want to have a boyfriend, or I really want to have.
As we grow older.
Yeah, especially. But it's for me, and I hope for you too. If you're single, it's not about being in a relationship. Yeah. It's about the person, and so if it's not there, don't force it. And I think that's my thing. Like, if I go out on a date with you and I don't feel anything right off the bat, I'm sorry, it's over. Yeah. Because there have been dates that I've gone on where I'm like, oh my God, like this guy's awesome, like I want to hang out. And that's how I know that there's going to be a second date or that there's interest there. But if it's not there, it's not there, and I don't want to force it. Done. Period. End of day. That's how I can sleep at night. I don't want to fake it. I don't like fakiness. No, just be real, be honest.
And I agree with you 100% on that. Listen, being married or being in a relationship, especially as you grow a little bit older, it's a lifetime commitment. It's not a joke. I think right now the media plays relationships to be like just for fun as opposed to true love and valuing and respecting and embracing what it truly is.
Yeah.
Again, I think one of the things that I valued most about my marriage is the level of mutual respect.
Absolutely.
And I agree. I found my best friend. It took a lot of work. It wasn't always easy. Mm-hmm. But you're right. Never settling is key because this is not a game. It's not a joke. You've got to take it serious. And if it's not the right one, that's okay. Keep it moving. There's a lot of fish in the sea.
Yeah.
Hay muchos hombres, hay muchas mujeres que that they're out there waiting for you. So just wait.
Yeah.
They're coming. Just wait, hermana.
And it takes time.
Yeah.
And I got time.
Yeah, that's right.
No rush.
So we loved that you came back for part 2. It actually wasn't as crazy as I thought it was going to be. I low-key thought I was going to have to throw my beanie, take off my watch. But we're all good. We love you guys. Thanks for coming back and finishing part 2 with us. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Comment below.
And comment. Let us know what you think about our crazy
It might be hard. Like, is this too, I don't know.
Let us know what you think. All right, so we'll see you